YouTube family, to gain today I'm going to be doing part 1 of what if Luffy was the son of Goldie Roger. So basically, his name is going to be Silver D. Roger. So this name is known throughout all of the seas. People know that his father is Goldie Roger, and for this reason they fear Luffy. They try to stay away from him at all costs. They don't want to die. Luffy is extremely strong. He's no pushover. His power is... Didn't think about this part. Dang it, I really didn't think about this part. His power is going to be Hawkeye. Like Deadeye. So they call him Deadeye Luffy. Luffy's been traveling the seas until one day he meets Yasopp, the best sniper in the world. And his crew, he sees that they're sitting down with drinks. Luffy decides to walk up to Shanks. He says, "Long time no see, Shanks." Long time no see, Silver. Or should I say Silver Roger? As everyone in the bar is shocked, they look at Luffy. As they say, "You didn't have to point out that I'm the son of Goldie Roger, you know." I think it would have been nice for them to know that the new greatest swordsman of all time is here in the flesh. Well, I just came to say hello. Nothing else. Didn't come for a couple of drinks. No, I didn't. As Luffy then looks in a box that Shanks has, he says, "What's that?" "Oh, it's a devil fruit." "Let me see." This fruit is the Gomu Gomu no fruit. I like it. But you want to see the other two? Yeah, what are they? This one is the darkness fruit. I'll pass. Yeah. Didn't even let me explain it. And this one? This one, my friend. Gosh, I did not think this would have through. This one is the muscle fruit. The muscle knee fruit. I like it. I'll take it. I would take this darkness fruit. You know what? No, I'll just let it stay. As Luffy eats up the muscle the muscle knee fruit. He then picks up the the Gomu Gomu meat fruit. He says, I'll be taking this. Why? Because I want to see its powers and limitations. As Luffy then walks out with the Gomu Gomu no fruit, he says, Shanks, I think you got this fruit mixed up. What? I'm looking at its shape and everything. And this fruit is the Forbidden Haki. The Dark Emperor's Haki fruit. You were trying to trick me that it was the Gomu Gomu no fruit. You wanted to eat it. You got me there. Yeah, I'll take it. As Luffy then eats the fruit, he says, Are you then Shanks says, are you crazy? You'll die. It's a fruit made out of forbidden haki. As Luffy then falls as he drops on one knee. Then he stumbles to get up and he says, I'm not gonna die. Not by some fruit like this. Not when I haven't become king of the pirates. As Luffy then goes walking, but then have a time skip. Luffy took the sea sailing with Zoro, Nami, Sanji, and Chopper. As they call him Prince Luffy, as his name is Prince Hat Luffy. No, it's Straw Hat Luffy. And his bounty is 1 billion. Zoro asks, so, I heard they have your brother. Yes, they do. And I'm going to go get him. Are you sure that's the wisest decision? Yeah. It's not like I'm just gonna let my brother die. He then reaches the battlefield. As he says, what you're going to do is give me my brother. Do you hear me? Luffy, it's okay. You have to get out of here. Don't you dare talk down to me. As Luffy bulks up, and he then coats himself in his other devil fruit. Which, this coating is like a silver glade. It's like a silver glade kind of coating, as it coats around his body. And then he coats the rest of his part that's not coated with haki, as he collides his fist. As in 1 second he's standing there, the next second he's punching Garp in the face. Garp is then sent flying. Then he looks at Son Goku and he says, so are you gonna let my kid brother go? But then the fleet admirals come up behind him. This is not gonna be as easy as I thought. As he then grabs Ace, and he puts Ace on a bird. This is, of course, by using the haki. She says, take Ace. So Goku then turns into his Buddha, and then he shoots an air blast at Luffy. Luffy looks up as he smirks, and he says, not on my watch. He creates a haki barrier. Then he jumps in the air and collides his fist with 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 Son Goku's face. As Son Goku then reverts back into his regular form, and then he looks at the other admirals as he says, "I'll let all of you get the first hit." As they're about to take their first hit, but then Luffy says, "Y'all are stupid." As he grabs all of the admirals, they try to use their powers, but for some reason it's not working. "I've absorbed your power and your strength." As they then see Luffy's muscles getting bulkier. For the fun of it, I'll absorb all the strength on Marineford. As Luffy then puts his hand on the ground, and all of a sudden, he starts to get bulkier and stronger and stronger. Everyone starts to get weak. Even Whitebeard starts to get weak. But they're already sailing out with Luffy's crewmates. All of the weaker guys fall out, and the admirals are all on one knee. "Oh, did I steal too much power from you?" As Luffy then punched all the admirals, sending them flying. This punch was able to knock all of them out. Luffy then walks away. Garp then says, "If you think that I'm just gonna let you walk away like that, then you have got to be foolish. You're foolish if you try to fight me. I just sucked all the power out of Marineford." It is a foolish decision. "Well, I am the Vice Fleet Admiral Captain. I still have to fight you, just to put up a fight." As Garp rushes at Luffy as he goes to punch. No, this time they're not related. But Garp does have respect for Luffy as he tries to punch Luffy. But Luffy dodges and punches Garp in the gut, sending him flying straight through rock stone. I feel like I'm really underestimating all of these characters, or maybe it's just that I'm overestimating Luffy. As Luffy then walks away, he says, "Bunch of fools." Now, where I am right now, it's 1:02 in the morning. I'm sleepy. I wonder if I should do another what if today. Can y'all please leave a like for the grind, man? It's 1:02 in the morning and I'm still making a freaking video, man. Like, and it would have been a quadruple upload if I had uploaded, before 12 o'clock, but, it's the next day now. Luffy walks away. As we then have a time skip, it's been 2 years, and they're meeting up on their island. This was to get his crewmates stronger, as Luffy didn't really care about getting him stronger, because he knows if he needs it, he can just suck all the power out of the world. Which, he's not going to need to do that. So Luffy is walking as him and the Straw Hat Pirates walk into a bar. And they see some other pirates trying to act like them. And they say, and one asks Nami, "Hey, you and you, come up. Can y'all come up? You don't want to come over here and party? Leave those other bum of men?" As Sanji is about to go over there and kick them in the face, but then Luffy puts out his hand as he says, I want to see what happens. You better do what Captain Luffy asks you to do. Back away from me, you creep. Huh? As then, Luffy points out as the fake Luffy then points out his gun. He says, You know I'm Luffy, the strongest pirate in the world, and I'm son of the Pirate King. Hey, I'm glad to see that you're a fan. But if you know anything about me, you know that number one, I don't pick up on girls like that. Number two, I don't use a gun unless I need to use a gun. Number three, I'm not that big. And even if I was, I'd just bulk myself up. So there's no point in trying to act like me. As this other Luffy then says, stop trying to act like you're Luffy. As Luffy then sucks the power from a little ball area. As he says, I don't want to suck the power from everyone else in here, because I want them to see me whoop your ass. As Luffy then walks over to the fake Luffy, as he says, are you sure you want to keep pretending? Or die? As Usopp is then pointing his rope at him, Zoro has his sword out. They just have all their moves out. As Tony Chop. Okay, let's see, how am I gonna do this? Tony Chopper is the cousin of Luffy. No, I can't do that. Never mind. They're just real good friends. Known each other since they're young. I'm also going to be doing what if Luffy was Marijuana Shanks' child. But he then looks at this other Luffy, as this other Luffy is that pig in his pants. He never realizes that this is the real deal. This is the real Luffy. As Luffy just glares at the guy in his eye and he just gets knocked out. While Luffy and his team are going back to the ship, Marineford and a whole bunch of pirates didn't show up. Luffy looks as he says, I don't have time for this. We're here to capture you, Straw Hat Luffy. If you're here to capture me, you would at least bring a fleet admiral, or something like that. And I don't sense anyone who's strong here. That's because your senses are off. So Luffy then jumps down to the ground, creating a crater, as he puts his hand on the ground, and he sucks all of the power and energy. You know, he told his crewmates to go, as he sucks all the power and energy out of that spot. Everyone falls to the ground, and everyone's knocked out except for the Alvitas. As Luffy then flicks his finger, sending a shockwave, destroying all the Alvitas, and he's now walking away. He says, well, this is the road to becoming the Pirate King. My sea father. People always want your head, even though they're so weak. I wonder how Ace is doing right now. Is this where I'm going to be ending off this? What if, like, comment, subscribe, channel.